No, this is the insider scoop here.
Yeah, we're kind of self-proclaimed experts of sorts on the topic. I've been on a few actually where I'm like just sitting there doing the math, like, wow, is this
That meme.
Yes. Oh yeah. The devil
Oh my
works hard,
gosh.
but the marketing PR girlies work harder.
It's showbiz, baby. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Gals on the Go podcast. It's Danielle.
And Brooke, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. We're doing a really fun episode that the gals have been wanting to do for a while.
Yeah, we're kind of self-proclaimed experts of sorts on the topic.
We've both been doing social media for over 10 years, and with that comes the privilege of getting to be invited on so many amazing brand trips. And we recently have just been on a few, and we're like, we should do an episode where we kind of get into the nitty-gritty of them.
Mm-hmm.
Also talk about some of our favorites, some standouts, if you will.
Yeah, I think it's a hot topic, one that comes with like a lot of confusion and questions. So we can like clarify for people who I feel like you hear that buzzword like, oh, well, I'm on brand trips, and they're on a, especially coming off of Coachella, there were some Coachella houses where, you know, influencers, celebrities alike, just public figures are brought out, they're sent, and they have a good time, and they're, you know, sharing about their experience. Like, I'm in the Poppy house, or like, I'm
in the Poppy house. Yeah, the gals didn't get invited to Coachella.
No, unfortunately, it's a sore subject.
It's a sore subject. No. We were so busy.
Yeah, no, I was pleased. I actually couldn't have made it probably anyways. So
Yeah,
don't even worry about
fine.
it. It's not like I like the lineup or anything.
No, it's not like any of your favorite EDM guys were there. It's
No.
fine.
And it's not even like it looked like fun or anything.
No, you didn't even like watch any videos on Instagram. No. No, but with that, we're gonna get into all of them. I think when we talk about brand trips, we're talking about when a brand creates this amazing trip. Sometimes it's around a new product launch or just overall brand awareness or a new collection, or if a celebrity's partnering, whatever it may be, and they invite influencers to a desirable destination typically, and it always varies too.
On everything. I mean, of course, the number of people that are going. Are we talking that it's a 5-person trip, or are we talking that it could, you know, we've been on some as large as 50. It's like you need a 2-bus. It's a 2-bus trip.
No, literally. So there's so much we're going to get into, but I feel like we should do a little catch up.
Yeah, sure.
Catch up and mustard. You're now 27.
I'm 27.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you for celebrating. Danielle got me the most amazing gift.
Did you
seriously?
like it?
Yes, I loved it. Everyone that I tell, they're like, oh my goodness, that is so
really
thoughtful. Yes,
I'm
everyone's
glad
like, that's
you
an
like it.
amazing gift. Danielle got me a gorgeous Prada hair clip. It's like so nice. I was not expecting that. I opened the box. I said, oh my gosh, she spent too much. But
no, it's right. It's right in line, like with what we
yeah.
normally spend on each other. I feel like, you know, you always do that. It's like, okay, well, what did my friend get me? Okay, I want to get something in that same
range.
Yeah. I feel like, not that I would go more too, but I was just thinking about your new era, and I was trying to think of something that's my new route for you in particular, is getting you something maybe designer that you wouldn't buy.
I like
you would literally probably never buy a Prada claw clip.
No,
but
I love it, and I
show off your ears.
Yeah, I did wear it yesterday. I felt so.
Did you?
Yeah, with a half up style. I'm still working out like the best way.
Yeah.
To like, I mean, you know, I struggle with the claw clip, anyways. So. I need to bring it to Mads.
You need to bring it back to Mads.
Yeah,
and like,
she'll
now
show
that
me
your
the
ears
tutorial.
pinned,
Yes,
you'll feel really good. And
yeah, she'll give me a little tut with it. Like,
yeah,
like, what's the best way to style this? And I just had a great birthday. Really, nothing crazy.
You had a fun weekend. You had friends in town.
Yeah, I just feel like it was like a good, solid birthday. Like it wasn't nothing too crazy, but like I saw everybody I needed to see, and I feel like I'm celebrating with my parents like later this weekend and stuff. So I'm doing everything I need to do. Yeah.
I gotta say, you were so low key this weekend. Like I had no idea what you were up to.
I know. I felt like off the grid.
You were so off the grid. I was like, what's Brooke doing? Like, I need to know.
Yeah. I guess I had
you're in the moment.
Yeah. I had my friend Hannah in town. Like, we were in the moment. They're like, my college friends are the type of friends that I'm just like not really on my phone around.
And that's the best.
Yeah. Or I'm not necessarily like, I have to capture this. Like, maybe I'll take like one picture, but I'm that bitch. My food comes to the table. I'm snapping pictures. I have no photo recall of like my lunch and stuff, which is that sounds so basic. I love a food photo though. Like I'm interested in that sort of content.
I'm interested.
So,
Didn't you used to have a food account?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Brooke loves food.
It was too much love for food.
Too much love for food. Yes.
Yeah, too much work, too much admin to keep up with
Too much
all
work.
of the food. I'm like into it, but not that much. Because
Yeah.
food photography is a whole thing, and
It is a whole
yeah,
thing.
and I'm like not that adventurous of an eater. So I feel like to be a true foodie, you need to be like willing to eat anything.
Yeah.
and like go crazy. I'm like I like a cheese board.
That's how I feel when, kind of on the note of brand trips, we get the opportunity too to get to go to free dinners sometimes at restaurants here in the city. And do you ever feel like when they know like you're there as an influencer and they bring all the food, you're like, okay, they're expecting me to like perform right now? Because like we know what content performs well on our channel, but I'm like, oh my God, do I need to like really act as though I'm like a food connoisseur? You know, I'm like, oh, this would be great with the flash and the cheese melting.
Yeah, and like the high quality like camera comes out. You're like doing like the optical zoom.
You're like, I don't know what I'm doing actually. I just think this pasta
really
tastes
funny.
good.
Yeah, no, it's really funny when they like indicate on the reservation like the influencers here. I had that the other day, and it was and they roll out the red carpet, and I love it. Like it's really nice. It shows that they're they're working for you.
Yeah.
And they're like, welcome. Oh my gosh. Like if you need anything, please let us know. They're bringing you
like a
extra
VIP
apps and everything. Yeah.
And let it be known, the gals always tip when we get free meals. I'm learning some influencers don't, and that is so not okay.
I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, you know me with tipping. I'm like,
obviously, but like, and I even too, when they bring, I still ask for the total. I'm sure you do, so you could see what it would have been, and then like tip double that. Like, I mean, it's just, yes, it's a free meal, and yes, we're giving them promotion, but at the end of the day, it's someone serving you, and it's usually an amazing restaurant.
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know. But okay, well, good. You had a fun weekend.
Yeah. How about you? I feel like you were out and about.
What did I do? Oh yeah, I was out and about. Ryan and I like was trying to. I was almost went to Florida last weekend. Another crazy decision that I decided not to. It was good. I did a lot of spring cleaning. Really.
Oh great.
Cleaned out so much clothing, shoes. Just
what's the method?
Literally put on music and just clean. Literally, if I haven't worn it, like, because now it's like, okay, if I didn't wear it during the winter, I cleaned out a lot of like sweaters and stuff. Because it's like, okay, if I didn't even wear it this past fall or winter, it's not getting worn.
So do we have piles like donate friends? Like what?
Yeah. Well, I have like a whole donate, and then I had friends over on Sunday night. And they like went through.
Oh, that's fun.
And then I actually FaceTimed Ryan's sister, went through my clothes and gave her a pile.
Oh, that's sweet.
And then I donated the rest today. So
wow, that's great. Yeah, so
I just love giving clothes a new life, and it's fun when you see your friends wearing your stuff. It's like, oh, I love how you styled that.
Yeah, that's so nice. Oh, that's great. It sounds effective. I had a question organizers with like the managing the systems, because I'm considering getting like professional organizers when I move. Like, do you maintain the systems that they created for you, like truly with the folding and everything?
The folding is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Like, I will sit there and watch them fold, and they're like, okay, one sleeve, fold in half. Is it perfect? No. But since they already have it in system, I can kind of look at one and I'm like, okay, I'll roll the shirt the same way. But I think when you have them over for the first time, like, I made this mistake one time of like leaving, and I think it's good to be there and see, and they can ask you, oh, like, do you normally reach for white shirts more than black shirts? Because the first time I did it, they had like all my white shirts at the end of the row, and it's like, oh, I actually wear a lot of white. Let's pull that towards the middle. So I feel like it's good to be there with them and kind of create a routine with them, and then it's more useful for you. You're like, actually, we'll be able to do it.
Yeah. You're like involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done the organ. I've considered it many times. I feel like I've taken many a consultation phone call, and then I get the quote usually, and I'm like, whoa. Oh my gosh, like justify. whoa. But since I'm like also going into this move, I'm like maybe I should do that.
You should. I think you should do kitchen. Like, I wish I did kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could
I have to prioritize because
clothes prioritize for sure.
Yes. Yeah. I went into this, I was like, oh, I'm going to just, invest in my space. And then I was like, all right, maybe too much investing. Yeah, here, too much investing. So I gotta like prioritize what I've got here.
I get that. A little step at a time.
Yeah. So now you have them seasonally and they help you like refresh, or what's the?
Yeah. I haven't had them come in a while. One of them, they're sisters. One of them came earlier this year and helped me with like one part of my room. I forget. Oh, my dresser drawers. Those go the first. Those are the first to go because, you're doing your laundry, you're folding, you're stuffing them in. So they'll come and do a refresh, I think, like twice a year.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's really fun. I highly suggest. They're so great. Yeah. And then it helps you create a system.
I've seen some people post about how they help you like edit your wardrobe too.
I've never done that. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I could use that because I definitely hold on to things. I'm one of those.
I don't understand it though. Like, are they like you? Like, are they my new style expert, or is it more so? Do you like this? Yes or no? You know what I mean? Like, I know stylists do it.
I see what you mean with help. Yes.
Like you don't know what looks good on me.
I feel like they just force you to make the decision.
Yeah. And they'll do that. These girls that I've worked with will do that. They'll be like, all right, let's do it. Clean out.
Yeah. Like having a third party.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're pressured. They just hold it up and you're like, yes, no.
Oh.
I've done that before, though.
Oh, really?
Well, yes, no, maybe.
I need to be put under pressure because I keep saying, I need to go through. Oh, I need to go through. And like, I'll do it to create more hangers for myself. So like, I'll go piece.
No, literally.
But
I do.
But then it's not effective. I just feel like my closet right now is not in a good state. But then I'm like, I'm moving. So now I'm like, waiting.
The good old I'm moving.
Yeah. I have that with just cleaning my apartment just currently right now. Like, I just feel like things keep, like, I'll get lazy with like organizing something. And I'm like, but I'm moving, which I hate that. But
I know, but like you really are moving soon. Yeah. Like it's fine.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I do get that though.
Keep it up.
Same with traveling and like buying groceries. I'm like, oh, I'm traveling on Thursday. Why would I buy fresh produce? They'll go bad. Well, maybe I'm just starting to buy fresh produce again and just prioritize eating them. Like don't order, like just make them.
Yes. If you have greens, I mean, like my Roman Empire is my bag of spinach that I rotate through every week and just goes in the trash.
That bag of spinach. Or like I feel like you like a mixed salad bag.
Oh, an arugula bag. It always sounds like such a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I like it, guys. And I'll read the date when I'm buying it. I'm like, Brooke, this stays good for 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to eat this bag of arugula. And somehow I'm like, I missed it by a day.
I feel like
rats.
Rats. Well, because you're buying the ones without like a protein in them, right?
Yeah, just raw, just
so
plain.
Then you just got to start. They don't even last nearly as long, but the ones with protein, because then you'll actually eat it. So then it's like, I got to cook something to put. I don't know if that's where your brain goes.
But then my brain also goes, it could go with anything.
Oh, go with your breakfast.
You know, you could have eggs with a little side of. But I never actually do that. So that is, I know that this is I've seen the memes about it. It's like the rotating bag of spinach.
That is you. I feel like you'll tell me about that a lot.
Or fruit or something.
Yeah.
That's why I need to like eat my fruit the day I come home, because like I'll see it in the grocery store. I'll be like, damn, that mango looks that mango looks so good. But then I'll like sit on it for a few days and I'm like, oh shoot. Yeah. But like fresh fruit, when it's like my peak season fruit, I do really enjoy.
I know.
But it has to be like that perfect day of it, you know? When it's
really
slightly
does.
off, then you get the ick from it for a little bit.
I know. And then you're like, ew, that was bad, so I don't want to buy another.
Yes. Yeah.
I do understand that.
Mm-hmm. Produce concerns.
Yeah, just produce concerns.
Yes.
Here.
Oh, so you're about to be on the go. Well, when you get back, you'll.
Yeah, by this time the episode's up, I'll be and have been to the Cayman Islands, which I'm really excited. Ryan, I'm outing him. He keeps saying we're going to the Bahamas. I'm like, we are not going to the Bahamas. He's like, so for the Bahamas, I'm like, if you say the Bahamas one more time, I'm actually gonna hit you across the head, because it is the Cayman Islands, very different.
Have you ever been to the Cayman Islands before?
Once on a cruise, like for a few hours.
It's such a cruise destination.
It is such a cruise destination.
Grand Cayman. Our cruise will stop at Key West, Key Largo, something, and then
literally.
And then Grand Cayman.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited though, because hopefully by the time this is up, I'm back. I already told Brooke this. I'm going with a few other couples, and I've been dying to do that prank where you gift all of your boyfriends like the same shirt, the same outfit, and say like, oh, I really want you to wear this like on the trip. So me, Cass, and Kelly all bought our boyfriends the same white linen Abercrombie set.
That's very funny.
And I think we're doing it tomorrow night, the first night we're there. And they all have tried it on. They all know they have it already, and they're just like, oh, it's so nice. Our girlfriend like bought us something. And I feel like guys always want to wear something when they know that you like it on them. So we're just going to walk up to dinner one at a time. Couples arrive, and it's
That's
like,
really
oh,
funny.
haha, we're matching. And then another couple, oh, we're all three matching.
That's funny. You guys will have to take a photo.
I
Are the
love a
girls
prank.
going to match too?
No.
I know you do it for the bit, but I wasn't sure if then it would be a good photo. I know you like to match. So.
I do like to match. I should have pitched that. No, well, tomorrow is Kelly's birthday, so that would be like she needs to stand out.
Oh, I see.
You know, not that she said that, but like she needs her moment.
Yeah. Are you guys all in separate hotel rooms?
Yeah, all in separate hotel rooms. We're staying at this place called Palm Heights that I've been dying to go to. It looks so beautiful. The weather is good. I was like a little worried about that, because you never know. Like we book a trip so far in advance that
what if it ends up like raining the whole weekend?
Yeah, like we booked this forever ago. I forgot about it, and then it's like, oh, it's here. But yeah, really excited about that.
It's really exciting. Good, nice, warm weather trip.
We missed you at trivia last night.
I know. I'm sorry, guys. My time management skills are so bad. I feel like I've just been. I'll talk about what I've been up to, but my gosh, I just feel overwhelmed.
Yeah,
to say the least.
No. Well, we did really poorly. I mean, not really. There was 20 teams, and we got 11th place.
Oh my gosh, what?
And so our team name was the Smartinis.
That's cute. Do you change it every time?
Well, it's like a long story. We're normally this one name, but like there ended up being too many of us. We had to split up into 2 groups. And some of Ryan's friends went to the other group and they were kind of like the OGs with that name. So
they got the rights to that name.
Yeah, they got the rights. So, but we held our own. Like I have to say, Katie and Jack, like God bless them. We really could have used you and Delaney though because there were just some facts.
You needed me.
We really did. We needed you.
Okay, I will be there next time. I really will.
It ended up being like a double date, so you might have felt a little. I mean, not that it's like. Yeah, I feel like we're not weird like that, but
no, you guys are very inclusive.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm saying, like, I mean, I do.
No,
I'm
are in a relationship. Yes. Well, because Delaney was like, oh, is it like fifth wheel vibes? I was like, no, I never feel, I hope anyone I'm around never feels like that.
When I was single and I would hang out with you and Ryan, I never felt like
I feel like we try a little too hard sometimes.
You guys are very inclusive.
I don't touch him because I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah, well, I feel like you guys make a point to make it like the group environment versus like, we are a couple on this. Yeah. Okay. What were some of the questions? Like, give me
one of them. Oh, let's think. One of them was about the book Fahrenheit 451. Who wrote that?
Wait, I know it. Maybe I don't. Oh my God.
Guy Montag is the main character in the book. Me and Katie for sure thought we knew who it was, and we were completely wrong.
I want to say it's not, but like, why does L. Ron Hubbard come to mind? But I know he's Scientology, but like for some reason, no, he's not.
Wait, you're low-key really close.
It sounds like that.
Well, I think it's the same last name. I think. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was something Hubbard. No, it's not.
What is it?
Ray Bradbury. Never would have guessed. We guessed George Orwell. We were like, oh my God, yeah, he wrote Animal Farm.
Yeah.
We all 4 of us were like, yes. But I was really proud of us. Jack and I both got this answer right about Shakespeare. We both knew this one moment from Hamlet, so it was really exciting. Well, first I thought it was Macbeth, and then I was like, maybe Hamlet, and Jack was like, Hamlet, and I was like, Hamlet. It was just fun. But it's really hard. Like, honestly, we left with our brains hurting. But Katie's like, I have to come back because now I'm like, you would like so get into it too. It's like that competitiveness.
You're fueled up.
Yeah.
The people who are like winning, are they like straight up get it? Like they're getting everything right?
Just about everything right. The people that won was Ryan's friends, so that was.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, no, they are literally so smart. Like it's crazy.
Is it Smartini? No, they weren't.
They're the trivia dogs.
Oh, okay.
And so Ryan's obviously salty about that because they bark when they announce it. So it's like trivia dogs. Go, woo. But yeah. Anywho,
Ryan might jump ship next time and go back to his original team. Then
I know. No, he was excited to be with us, but it was. I felt bad. I was like, oh, sorry. Any other catch up, or should we just like?
No, life is good.
Oh, you'll be in Florida this weekend?
Yes, I'm going to see my parents and celebrating my birthday with them a little bit. The last minute, they were like, we're going to Florida. And I talk about third wheel. Like, we're going. I was like, do you guys mind if I join you? And they were like, no, not at all.
Sure. Oh, that'll be fun, though.
I don't think they actually mind. But then I'm like,
you're their daughter.
No, obviously. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, maybe they did just want to be alone.
No.
I feel like no, right?
They would definitely say something or like be weird about it. They also live together. They're always together.
Okay.
It's a blessing for you to be there. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'm the entertainment.
You are the entertainment.
I have to come with my stories and everything.
Yeah. You'll come. They'll be like, Brooke, stand up, give us a show.
Like I prepared a comedy act for the table.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be really fun. Enjoy the Florida sunshine. Maybe we'll both come back sunburnt. I'm hoping to be just crisped up.
Well, I think I'm allergic to the sun.
Oh, right. Yeah, you'll be under the umbrella.
I got like this crazy rash type situation from the last time that I was in the sun for multiple days on end. Don't know if it was the sunscreen, don't know if it's the sun. So I'm a little.
Yeah. So what's your method going forward? Like we've got sunny days ahead.
Yeah, we do.
I laughed at Brooke first.
I was like, I think I'm allergic to the sun because then I started. There's a word for it. It's like photo something.
Photosynthesis. No, I'm kidding.
I would fail in trivia with this one today. You're not allowed to use your phones during trivia, right?
No.
No one's on their phones?
No. Well, you're submitting on your phone. But you can't. We did not cheat.
But other people can, though.
I hope not. You just have to
hope that people are integral.
And they have people kind of walking around and like if someone's like really killing it.
You're like, you, out of here.
Yeah, no, you're disqualified. They make a big announcement about it. I think everyone gets scared. I don't go to win. I just go to have fun.
It's giving the same vibe as phone and Soul Cycle class. Like, you, out of here.
It's like embarrassing.
Yeah, public humiliation. You're like, you'll never compete in this town again.
Nope, never. Like I'm so
every
scared.
Trivia league.
No, I will never forget when I was at Soho House and I was listening to an audio message, but you're not allowed to take phone calls. I'll never listen to an audio message in there again. They were like, no phone calls. I was like, oh my God, this does look like I'm on the phone. Scary.
I would never show my face again. You're braver than I am.
I was so scared.
No, I just fucking hate getting in trouble. Like, I'm like,
no, it's deathly scary.
But
so sunburn.
So I have to just be careful with the sun. I think it's going to be I mean, I'm not going to be out there in sweatpants. It's ridiculous. So I need to find a way to, test what's going to work for me.
I know.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not really a big like roast in the sun type gal.
You're not,
anyways.
so it kind of works out. You're a big umbrella. You take lots of breaks. You like to like go inside,
have a snack, get a water, go for a drive, come back.
You love to like run an errand. Like in the Hamptons, you'd be like, guys, I'm going to get lunch. I'm like, wow, thanks for leaving because I don't want to get off this chair. Me and Katie would literally always be like, we'll be here.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm brave.
We're the worst. No, yeah. Well, have so much fun in Florida. I'm excited for you.
Thanks. All is well. Well, we'll catch you guys up, when we're back from all the travels and whatnot. And we have an exciting May ahead, for sure.
We do. Lots. The gals are trying to balance things. Well, so we'll get back to the brand trips. Kind of like we were saying, I feel like today we're talking about brand trips that, like, a brand invites you on. There's a brand. Well, I didn't actually look at all of your list, but, like, they have a presence there. Because, like, there's been times where it's like, oh, a staycation. Like, you can go stay at this hotel.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Just post about it. We're talking about, like, maybe there's products in the room or that
more
vibe.
of a planned, activities.
Trip.
You get an itinerary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been on quite a few of these in our career. I mean, I think these actually have always been a thing, though. Even from the early days of YouTube, I feel like 2015, 2016, even earlier than that, I would say.
Tripping with Tar has been around forever.
They were pioneers in the space, I would say.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like, I don't know if this is like a random thing to say, but so most of the time they pay for your flights, hotel, but sometimes it's like, hey, you want to come? You got to get yourself there. And you're like, okay, I really want to go. So I don't know. I just feel like that's cool to be transparent about that.
Oh, for sure.
Or sometimes it's like, for people that live in New York, we're doing a Hamptons trip because we know you like live nearby. So there'll be a bus here. We'll take you there. But either way, it's always so exciting. Like, I feel like most of the time I'm like, if it's really exciting, I'm like, I'll pay for my flight. I want to and then they cover everything when you're there. It's really so cool. And a lot of times they have deliverables and a lot of times they don't have deliverables of things you have to post.
Yes, I've seen it go both ways. So I guess we should start at the beginning. You get invited.
Oh.
Let's start at the very beginning.
Let's start the process.
Okay. Like, I am Dunkin' Donuts. Danielle's drinking a delicious Dunkin' iced coffee right here. Dunkin' is launching new red velvet collection donuts and like flavored coffees or something. And we want to do a trip to, I mean, they're getting fucking wackier and wackier, guys. They are like
getting really creative with their.
The marketing teams are having so much fun with this. I just know they are.
We'll do this.
Yeah, they're like, we're gonna go actually to Iceland for the red velvet.
I know. Let's think. Like, what would they do for red velvet? Red velvet. We're gonna do like burlesque red curtains.
Yes, we're going to Vegas.
Where are they going? Vegas. Perfect.
Dunkin' Vegas. Yes.
And we need coffee to stay up all night because Vegas is so like that.
Yes, yeah. So you might not have been invited because you're decaf girly.
Yeah, I might not have been invited. However, I am drinking decaf Dunkin'. So, I mean, if they want to.
No, but you know what I mean. I feel like they do try to actually, from the invitation.
Yeah.
We don't work for the brands, but we do like talk to them a little bit. And I do feel like there's some thought that goes into the process of like each one and who gets the invite.
Yeah, like skincare, I feel like it's a lot of skincare and beauty people, and then there's us. Like, it's always like few lifestyle and then people that are maybe a niche in that.
Or I think if it's a specific product launch or something that you might be tied to, for example, Rare Beauty, I mean, we have a relationship with them, so I assume maybe that's why we're invited. But also, you talk about fragrance all the time, and that was for their fragrance launch. So I took it as like they really curated that invite list. I feel like I've gone on some trips and I'm like, wow, this is really, I feel very perfectly included to be here because it's like an activity set that it's something I love or something.
Definitely. No, that's actually really true. I mean, we went to Miami. I was like, this is so us. Like, we love the one hotel. And,
of course.
And you're like into tennis. And
it was very much so
that's a good point.
That's how I feel, at least.
Or like if you've worked with the brand before, like when I went on the Skin Fix trip, everyone on that trip was someone who's like partnered with them before.
Oh, that's cool.
Because like we genuinely love the product. So that was kind of cool. That's a good point.
Oh, that's great. I mean, we don't really know, right? Like, we don't work for the PR companies. And I think some of it is relationship based from what I've heard. It's like, you go, I see the networking of it all.
We
like,
have
a lot
some.
these
We know
days.
some people who
They go to work, and as you fucking should.
you
Honestly, I'm inspired. That's actually one of my goals for this year is to get better at that. And just I feel like we live in this amazing city, and like
we
there's so many
do.
different types of people. Like I want to put myself out there more, and not necessarily coffees and things, but just putting myself in the right situations.
Yeah.
And I think networking with these brands and these people who work for these, because basically an agency is something that will like represent a bunch of different brands, or we could talk about the brand, or some of them are like under a big umbrella. We could go so deep into the
in-house,
marketing.
or it's an agency that's representing them and planning the trip. There's so many routes
Yes,
they could go, or they have like a
there's
travel
a lot of
planner.
cooks in the kitchen.
So many cooks in the kitchen, and I feel like there's like an approval process. They like submit your name to the brand, and they choose, deciding whatever. I'm pretty sure they literally submit our names with like follower count and everything.
Of course,
it's pretty crazy.
I'm sure an engagement rate and everything. I mean, if they work out the finances of it, so they're doing the math
they
here.
want the biggest
to have
benefit.
Danielle Caroline on this trip, it will cost $5,000 estimated or something. Which is probably an accurate gauge for a lot of these trips, by the way. I'm sure you guys can see it too, because you see that it's luxury hotels, it's nice dinners and stuff. So these are not cheap, let alone bringing out all the employees. And oh my gosh, I think sometimes I'm on these trips and I'm just sitting there calculating. I've been on a few actually where I'm like just sitting there doing the math, like, wow, is this
like that meme? Like,
yes,
all the math.
But you can't think about, I think, if it's worth it in the short term. I feel like a lot of that's the whole thing with brand trips. Chart specifically, Dubai. Everyone's, how is it worth it? How is the return on it worth? They're not looking for a $2 million or whatever the cost of that trip was, because it was probably millions, return in one day. They're looking. It's a brand awareness play.
Yeah, absolutely, because now everyone's talking about them.
We're still talking about it
since then. So no, and I think that's smart. I mean, like we said, sometimes it's about brand awareness. Other times, I feel like it's always about brand awareness, and then sometimes they do have like a product launch, and maybe there's an activity based around it, like our bouncy moisturizer. Okay, we're going to play basketball. I don't know.
Well, Dunkin' Red Velvet Vegas,
Red Velvet Vegas, burlesque casino.
Maybe there's definitely a dinner. There's like where you wear
the
velvet.
Room,
wear your best velvet.
Yeah, and by the way, love a theme. Like, love it.
That's
love
fun.
it. Okay, so we started. So you get invited. Is that
so
what we're
I
doing
think
here?
that it's typically like an email that comes in your inbox, which I think that's why
exciting
I
email.
It's the best email. You're invited. Like
it's like Miami with blah blah, or like
invite : like that's a
Brooke Michio X. Like, oh, it's a very exciting.
It's an exciting email to get. Yeah, you're like
I'm up.
Me?
Yeah. Golden ticket. You've got the golden ticket. And then you're like, the first thing I do when I get the email is I look at the dates. I'm like, please let me be in town.
Oh,
is that what you do?
Yes, especially if it's something that I'm definitely interested in.
Fuck, oh my God, please.
Yeah, and because then I think we get down to the nitty gritty. What are they giving you versus what do you have to provide? Like you said, do you have to pay your own way for some flights or something? Because usually they'll write out like, you get 2 nights at the one hotel.
Yeah.
You get, all meals paid for. You get the skydiving experience of a lifetime. Whatever.
Meet and greet with Justin Bieber.
Yes.
All the big sales.
And it's literally like I'm offering and you return
in exchange
for. You know those TikToks?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. In exchange for one kiss. Or
it's like, and they'll usually say, a lot of times, they'll say, no posting requirements. But recently they've been getting, which is fair because these are such amazing trips. They'll say, we're requiring at least 1 TikTok, 3 stories, and tag us in an in feed.
In exchange for the trip.
Yeah, in exchange for the trip. Sometimes they offer payment in addition to, which is always very exciting. So you're like,
yeah, because it's like a brand deal, X brand trip kind of sort of all in one. I think my personal marketing major opinion is that when the brands give more flexibility to the creator, and when they say, because I think Tarte does this, I could be wrong. I've never been. Wait for I got lost in the mail. I think.
Mail back to sender.
They had the wrong email.
Yeah,
it was too confusing. Then the spot got filled. It happens.
It happens.
They don't have any posting requirements.
Yeah, no, and I was going to say the same thing. I didn't know if that was annoying. Like,
oh, no.
I think when they say no posting requirements, people post more.
I think it makes you want to genuinely share, the fun. because you go on a trip. It's like with your friends, you go on a trip, you have a fun time, you look great in pictures, whatever it is. Like they're creating these amazing fun experiences. You're going to want to share. I find that sometimes when it's a set of deliverables with the specific talking points about the new product, it just comes. I know because I'm a consumer too, it comes across like a commercial.
Yeah.
It comes across like, okay, they're...
Yep. They have a deliverable.
And
what are the other talking
And it's
points?
made with shea butter. We get it. Yeah. Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And look, I'm just trying to do my job too, so I guess we're
Whereas, like, I think just enough comes across when it's like, hey, guys, get ready with me for dinner tonight with... Duncan. Duncan's our example tonight. Tonight. It's literally the daytime.
It's 11 a.m.
It's like, gals aren't doing a late night episode, but those are really fun. When they're just like, get ready with me for dinner with Duncan. Like, I think that's just enough too. Like, it's exciting.
Yeah, and they should talk about what they've been doing on the trip.
Maybe they're drinking Duncan while they're talking about their get ready. It's like, oh my God, Duncan balls out. Okay.
I know. I feel like sometimes just a quick like mention is almost more impactful than like a whole thing reiterate. And the red velvet flavor, and it's rich and it's creamy and it's indulgent, and you could get it now for $2.99.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels so aggressive and in your face.
I think the move is have the influencers bring the brand awareness, and then people will go to the Duncan's page and then they get all the details. Or like when they go to Duncan the next time, you're just thinking about it more. It's the same thing as when maybe you tell me about someone I've never heard of, and then they pop up on my feed the next day, and then I'm like, oh, I recognize it. It's the same thing. And I think a lot of brands realize that, but I also understand some of the bigger brands, especially we've dealt with, like have really big legal teams and really big rules, and it's like, we have to have you say these things. Like, you can't just say that. You can't claim that. There's lots there. So we do understand that, but it's definitely interesting, and it's really, really fun.
I think it's really nice though when you can go on, when you're invited on something really, really cool, and they just want you to genuinely just share your experience of like, they want you to have fun, they want you to meet, because generally a lot of times people on the trip, it will be like creators, and then we've got people from the brand itself, so people from Duncan marketing or Duncan brand, and then we would have maybe people from like the advertising agency or the company that they're working with to kind of partner with to throw the event.
Yeah, it's usually those girls. And you know what? Those girls running the world. I mean, they're the ones running to the rooms before we get there to put all the products on the bed, put the stickers on the mirror that say Duncan, everything. And they are staying up all night. Like, if something happens, it's on them. Like, they have to help. Like, they are seriously such hard workers. And I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I want to work for the brand because I get to go on these trips. And they get to do the trips, but like, they are working so hard on those.
Oh, yeah. The devil works hard, but the marketing PR girlies work harder.
Seriously, and they're always in the best mood.
No, like, they're working crazy out. They'll be like, I've been up since 4, but I'm just having so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
Like, all right, pulse check. Can we just make sure you're good?
My favorite is, I do love when on brand trips, like when they make a group chat. Like, I love it. I'd love if they made a group chat before, because not the worst, but I feel like we never know who else is going. Like, sometimes I'll ask, I'll be like, oh, who's going? Just out of curiosity.
Because you get invited on like yes.
Yeah, when you get invited.
From a safety perspective, from everything, it is kind of like you're signing up to travel, especially to some of these places that is like a bigger trip. If you're going out of the country or something, you're going
on a trip with a lot of other people. And I feel like they don't, I mean, a lot of people do still bring +1s, but I haven't been at a lot of +1 in a very long time.
But I love that though. How cool is that when you get that opportunity
to bring up? Oh yeah, so exciting.
Oh my gosh, but that just adds even more. I mean, think about it. They already. The Duncan Velvet experience for Danielle Caroline's already $5K. Then we got Danielle's mom. It's another $5K. This is a lot.
What they do now, and I do think this is smart, is they'll say you can bring a +1 if they're an influencer and we approve them. But it's worked in the gals' favor. I've gotten to go on a trip with Brooke. I mean, actually, maybe you could have brought anyone and you brought me, so thank you.
Well, you pitched me for one and it didn't end up working out. But
I don't remember.
We were supposed to go out of the country with a company. They said to you, they were like, you need to bring an influencer friend. And
and that was so exciting. So I was like, perfect. Like, that's what I'd want to bring anyways. But so I think that's smart on their part, because like you said, he has another $5K, like, especially like flights and stuff, because that one was an all-encompassing one. It is really crazy. So what should we do next? Should we talk about like the trips?
Yeah, we could talk about. Yeah, I feel like Danielle and I have talked about how we feel like we're connoisseurs, sorts of these brand trips. Like, we can go on one, and we've even had some people, I guess, come to us with advice, like girlies who work in PR and marketing, I guess. They'll be like, what do you guys like about a brand trip? What makes it fun? What's your favorite thing about it? And I feel like we have like an idea of, in our humble opinion, because I feel like we've probably been on each, maybe 15 plus brand
Yeah,
trips.
definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some. Me and Brooke just like went through our Instagrams. I was trying to see when I posted what, and I was like, oh, that was a brand trip. Like it's hard to remember sometimes, which is a cool feeling. But
Yeah, and it's like you said, what do you count as one?
right.
There are a lot of, I think, any time that you're staying at a hotel or whatever, like an overnight type of deal, would be counted. Which is really cool. It's really cool when brands are like, let's just go out to the Hamptons for the night. And you're like, wow, that is sick.
That is so sick. And you're going to get me a custom travel pillow too. It's exciting.
Yeah. And I get to drink my Dunkin' Red Velvet.
So should we go through some of the things that make a good brand trip first?
Yeah. Or what makes you feel, from what you've learned. Marketing or PR girlies, listening to this is like you get life.
No, this is the insider scoop here. I feel like one of the biggest things, it sounds like I'm in a relationship, communication. I think it's so important, and kind of what I was about to say earlier, I appreciate when they make like a group chat or a WhatsApp, if it's international, to kind of put everyone in. So you just like feel a little bit more warm and cozy, because I feel like the first day is a little weird. It's like, oh my God, I don't know. Like you're in the lobby, or maybe someone's on your flight and you're not sure if they're going on the trip or not. So I feel like communication, creating a community within all the girls going is really nice. Or I love when they curate the group and they're like, I actually see that like some of these girls follow each other, so they'll at least kind of know each other. It's also nice to make new friends, but I think it's cool when they do a little bit of a look into it.
Yeah. Or at least you have one person that you kind of know.
Yeah, I feel like they always try to do that.
Yeah. And I will say, I feel generally like the people that have been other invitees on the brand trips and stuff, like everybody's really nice and warm and accepting. Like
warm, so nice.
Yeah, I've only really had positive experiences.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you two have gone on some alone and you're like, oh my God, I don't know anyone. But then you leave and you're like, wow, that was a great group.
Everyone's kind of on the same page too. Everyone feels
First
a little weird.
School.
It's literally first day of school. And then you're just like, hey, what? I feel like we always start with like, oh, like what's your thing? Like, what do you do? You know?
And then you get to go back to your room, like stalk them.
You're like, oh, that's okay, cool. Love her content. Like, can't wait to hang out with her more. It's so weird, honestly. What about you, Annie?
Yeah, I agree. And I think just clearly outline from the beginning, kind of like I said, put it in the pitch email, exactly what we're going to get. Because sometimes I think the itinerary changes and there are updates and that completely understand. But like, I think from the get-go, from like signing up for it, you kind of want to be aware of what you're signing up for and also what the expectations are.
Yes.
Because sometimes you get a little hoodwinked. Like they'll be like,
I love that word.
They pitch this amazing, you're going to go here, it's going to be amazing. And then like the email chain goes back and forth. And then it's like, oh, by the way, can you just sign this quick contract? And in the contract, you're like signing your life away.
And our managers are like, are you sure you want to go on this trip? I'm like, yeah, it's Bora Bora. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And you're like, no, this isn't worth it, because then you're giving away like all the rights to your content.
Yeah, they sometimes have usage. Like they'll just run your video as an ad, and you're like, wait, you need to pay me for that, actually.
Totally. So I think just clearly
I like that
from the start. This way there's no surprises along the way. I'd rather you tell me right away so that I can process it.
Absolutely. Kind of on that note, similar but different, this is such a me thing to say, but I recently went on a skin fix trip. Seriously, one of the best trips I've been on, to Banff. So organized, so much so that like a week before the trip, I think I showed you, we got a huge PDF. Every place we're going to dinner, outfit ideas. I'm not expecting that every time, but it was like, you never know the type of restaurant. This one's more casual, maybe jeans and a sweater. Maybe bring a change of clothes on this day because you're going from the spa to a hike. Like it is just as much detail as possible is always so exciting.
That seemed like a really well organized trip.
So well run.
Yeah.
I was so impressed.
And if you're going to allocate, once again, that much money to do it, might as well like do these little touches that kind of like make.
And I was like whoring out for Skin Fix at that point. So I was like, I love them so much. I mean, I literally use it every day, so it was not hard. But you're just like, I love skin. Like you're just more motivated to post about it.
Yeah.
So kind.
What else made it a great trip? I know you said you liked the items in the room.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the items in the room, because sometimes that's another thing you think about, a great problem to have, but when you're on your way to a trip, you're like, I need to leave some room in my suitcase, because a lot of times these brands will put, a spread in your room, which is so exciting, but it's like, okay. So Skin Fix, when I walked into the room, they told us they'd be giving us ski suits, which was really nice because I've never skied before. They literally got us ski lessons. Like it was so thought out. I can't get over it. Brooke loved it. They gave us Bomba socks, which...
I love a Bomba sock.
They're so great. I get the hype.
Yeah, they're so good.
But everything was so thought out. Like a few local Canadian snacks, some skincare. They had some like shower products, which is nice because you want like good shampoo and like they had like nice shampoo. Because sometimes the hotel shampoo you're like not sure what you're gonna get. just a few things, like a pair of pajamas, like stuff that you will use, stuff to keep you warm, like hand warmers. We got gloves, all things you could use on the trip. Like I think everything they gave me, I used while I was there, which is nice. Whereas sometimes it's like, and here's a Polaroid camera and a this and a that. And it's like, okay, maybe it's exciting, but maybe you got it from another trip, or it's just feels wasteful. I'm really in this era of like please no more products. Like it's so much.
When we went on the Revlon Miami trip, I recall the items in the room being really good. It was a lot of Revlon products, which we did get to try, which of course, the brands want you to try their products. Yeah. Great. But they gave us this like duffel bag. I use it still to this day. An amazing
Dagny Dover.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And a Stony Clover like makeup bag, just because it's a makeup trip. So then
and a hat. I remember I wore it in the sun. A beach bag, a really beautiful beach bag. You're so right.
Yeah, because we went down to the beach that day. I just feel like correlated to the trip's activities. It doesn't have to be overkill. I just feel like it's getting more and more extra. And then they're giving you a wardrobe of clothes. Yeah. And you're like, wait, what did I even pack for?
Or literally like tell us beforehand, like, we're going to be providing this. It's just, I don't know. So then, because sometimes I'll like buy things for a trip and it's like, oh, I don't even need to buy it. But I know a lot of times brand trips, like I don't know if it's because I'm last minute or what. I typically only find out about a brand trip max a month before. Max. Usually it's like 2 weeks before.
I'm like, right? Like they're like, we got one more spot.
Oh yeah, Brooke and I were talking about. I recently were like we got one bed left. Like we'll give it to her.
We have one more room to fill. Yep. Gals. If you need one more, just call us up. We're probably available.
And the best is, and this is not a complaint because Brooke and I love to be together, but it's like, oh, Brooke and Danielle, like
they'll share together. They'll share a room. They'll share,
but I feel like other best friend duos, it's like, oh, they'll get their own. Yeah, it's like Brooke and Danielle, we'll put them in one. Of course,
we get a twofer.
Yeah, and we don't get plus ones. Like I remember we went on one trip. It was like everyone got plus ones, but like it was like us. They had one more room. Yeah, not complaining.
No, it's just funny. It's funny. We are very much so the last minute invite. But we know our place. We're self-aware.
I feel like we come and we're like, okay, we're here. The gals are here. I feel like we make the dinners fun. I feel like we try to.
They put us in the middle most of the time. I will say, not to flex.
Oh, I was gonna say, what do you think about place cards? Speaking of that, at a table.
Oh, at a seated
dinner, at an event, or at a brand trip.
I kind of like it.
I do too.
Because this way you don't have to worry about finding your seat. You're like, oh, I have to sit here.
No, it's my favorite. I prefer it.
Forces you to kind of make friends with the people around you, especially if it's one of the first nights. Like, or if it is the first night dinner, you're like, okay, you're my new best friend.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they sat me next to someone from the brand. I feel cool. Like, you know what I mean? It's nice. I do appreciate they will put us next to each other, and I do like that. I don't hate that.
Me too. Well, we're sharing a room.
So no, actually, recently we got to go on a trip where we had our own rooms, and it was exciting for the gals. We're kind of moving up in this world.
I know, and we knew about that one considerable amount.
That was pretty exciting. They didn't have one room left.
The week of, they're like, we had someone drop out. Danielle, can you
put me in, coach? I'm on my way.
Yeah. No, my problem is that I'm like, sure. Like I keep saying yes.
And you know what? It's a lot of our a lot of friends do this too. I feel like we make the joke and it's true, but I think a lot of brands, they're just like, they start with, and they're like, oh, well, this girl was also on our list, but this person responded first. That recently happened to me where I got invited on something and I didn't respond in time and they're like, it's filled up. So I think they kind of like throw a big net and see who catches.
I've noticed with just activities in general that things are filling up. So I'll like see, it's almost a race to the email.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, I'm literally texting my manager, please say yes right now.
I'm just replying rogue. I'm like, sent from iPhone. Yeah. I'm like, I'll be there, sent from iPhone.
I'll be there, -B.
Count me in.
One other note on the place cards. I do like sometimes, I think on the Skin Fix trip they did it. It was like the first night, maybe the first 2 nights, name cards. And then the last night it was like, oh, now you guys all know each other. So
you've graduated.
You've graduated.
Now you may select your own seat.
Yeah, exactly. So I do like that.
I do like that, especially when there's 2 tables or multiple tables. Because sometimes, of course, the group is too big. Yeah. And you're like, do I sit at this 4-person table? Do I sit at this, and you don't want to be rude and cliquey. That's the other thing. Like, you want to be inclusive, but also, if it's a big trip of 25 plus people, like it's hard. I love when the group all hangs out together, but it's hard to keep sometimes that many together. So sometimes you have to break off into.
Yeah, I feel like we always do a good job of trying to make a group chat of it. I'm literally like, anyone add someone that's on this trip so that we can all text and be like, what's up?
Yeah. I also really like I hate feeling rushed. That is my least and for some reason I always feel rushed. It's due to my poor time management, I know for sure. But give extra time. I think just time to enjoy the activities. Like, you know, if we're going to do all these, you're going to create an elaborate like beach picnic type deal. Give us time to enjoy it, you know, time to.
Yeah, I think they try to pack a lot of things in, which is exciting. But then especially if they want us to like take content and stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, like we want to enjoy it, but we also want to take pictures. By the time you're done taking pictures, it's like, okay, back on the bus, we're headed skydiving now.
Or like, okay, you guys have an hour to change from like, you know, your pool.
Sandy pool
beach to glam dinner.
Yeah.
And make sure you get ready with me with the products too.
Yeah.
And you're like, great. All right. So I've got 15 minutes for your hair.
We're like FaceTiming each other like, are you going to be late? Like, please tell me you're going to be late. Which we have learned that a lot of the brand teams tell us, which they should tell us a earlier time than we actually need to be there because they know
most people run late.
Yeah, which I learned the hard. I feel like we would be there like on time, and then they're like, "Yeah, no, we knew you guys wouldn't actually be here for another 10 minutes." I'm like, "Okay, well."
They're like, the bus doesn't actually leave at 7:30; it leaves at 8.
I got here at 7:30, so no, it's funny.
So I think just time in general. I think economically speaking, a lot of of course, they want to pack it out. You know, they're like, we're doing one night, so like we're gonna jam pack the activities, but honestly, like my humble opinion, take less people, make it 2 nights, space it out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I guess some people might say otherwise, especially if they work a corporate job or if they have something else going on because they want it to be like the most time efficient possible. But I think that if you're going to go through the effort of just planning all of this, whatever, like you want it to just do it, like give time. You know? And time cushions in between activities.
Yeah.
And just time for content, like, you know, because that's what they want. Let's be real, like, you know,
they want the content.
Let's be real. They want you to have fun. Whatever they want you to.
They're
not doing
post.
the beach picnics so that you have fun. They're doing the beach picnics so that you
post.
get a good picture, and then you know, thank you, Duncan, for the.
No, they want you to have fun, but they want you to post about having fun too.
Yeah,
so which is fair. I would, if I had a brand, I would want the same thing.
Yeah. So my thing is make the experiences actually fun though.
I saw you wrote something about workouts.
Well, I think this kind of goes along with like getting the agenda before you agree to the trip. Yeah. You know? Well, you went on a workout trip.
I did. Well, because it was a Sculpt Society trip.
Yeah.
And I knew I liked Sculpt Society, so I went. But yeah, we did workouts every morning. But that was it. Like, it was such a great trip. One a day in the morning. It was so chill. I was like,
chill.
This is so nice.
That's great. That's great. I think for workouts, I would say generally speaking, unless it's literally a workout trip, I feel like you have to make it optional because
some people feel really uncomfortable, or if sometimes they'll give you like a workout set and nothing is more scary than like you tell them your sizing and everything, but I'm like, oh my god, this doesn't fit. Like, am I going to be the only one not wearing that outfit because I don't like how I feel in it? You know, there's definitely
and different workouts for different people. Like, different strokes. Some people don't like to work out, so I think flexibility on some of the activities. I just think flexibility in some, and then like some mandatory, and like making it clear what's what. Like we have an optional lunch, or you could grab your own,
or like take a nap.
Yeah, or do what you want. But then like the dinner, like everybody's going to the dinner, and then like we'll have the after party where like you'll try the new lipsticks. Like,
the new lipsticks will be passed around on trays by handsome men. Like it's always like something like that. They're wearing like ties, like it's a whole like shirtless with ties.
Yeah, then they're singing smooth jazz. Like
it's something. They really do it up. Like it must be so fun to plan a brand trip. Like I kind of think we need to pitch Duncan the Red Velvet trip.
We have to go.
Red Velvet. We get our own rooms.
We kind of did a brand trip.
I didn't even write that down. We totally did a brand trip with Fashion Pass, and we tried to organize it in a way that it's like, okay, this is how we would want it. We would like time. And I think we did a good job. I mean, Fashion Pass obviously did it all, but we gave all of our opinions. And
everyone got separate rooms. Yeah. We stayed in like this gorgeous like house type things, but it was like hotel
in the Hampton, in the East Hampton.
Yeah, it was stunning.
It was so cool.
Really nice dinners. I mean, I'm biased, but I thought that was a great. We wore the dresses, but like the nights had themes. It was like this day was like pastels,
and everyone got to pick out an outfit beforehand. Yeah. It wasn't like a surprise.
So if it didn't fit, you know, you could figure it out beforehand, which was nice. Wow,
I forgot we did that.
Yeah, that was really fun.
We should host another brand trip. That'd be fun.
If someone wants, I mean, but we would only know like 2 days before. What would we? I'm joking.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Can you gals pull together? Yeah. We just got cleared for the budget. Last minute.
Just got cleared. You guys have to plan a last minute trip. Coachella houses.
Did you see any that really
that I envied?
Yeah.
Not particularly, and I'm not just like saying that. Camp Poosh looked interesting. I don't know if that was a house though. Was that just something you could go to during the day?
I didn't see much of that. But
there was the Poppy. Well, the Poppy House, that was Alex Earl's, right?
Yeah, so I think it's brilliant that these brands are doing this now. They're like collabing with like one person, having them invite like their side characters, and they're like,
genius.
It was
the branded soup cans they gave her. Did you see that?
I did see that. Was she drinking cold soup?
Yeah, that's like her thing when she's hungover.
That's fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, I could throw up.
I kind of feel like it's like salty. That like I kind of don't hate it, but I feel like you'd cut your lip. Like actually out of the can is what scares me.
Oh, see, I don't mind out of the can, but like cold soup, oh, that's vile.
No, it's
cold chicken. That's disgusting.
I was gonna say chicken noodle soup would be the easiest because the noodle. No, I mean I'd rather it hot. I'd rather it hot.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I know.
And I eat things at various temperatures, but for some reason soup.
Yeah, that's why I'm so interested.
Out of a can.
No, the can. That's what I'm worried about. Like the cutting of the lip. You're not worried about that. Just the can.
No, I'm definitely worried about it. There's so many
I'm worried about it.
I thought that like maybe they came up with some mechanism to warm it because I saw her doing that. I thought it was just for the bit, and they like.
I think that's her thing.
Yeah,
I'm sure she heats it up when she can, but when she's like deathly hungover, I think she grabs that.
Ew, no.
So Poppy did that. Tarte had a house. It was like Tarte and Beach Waver. I did envy the fact that they got their hair and makeup done every day.
Oh my god,
that was cool. And their hair like did really cool hairstyles. Loved that. Very fun festival.
Yeah, Graduate to Sol de Janeiro.
Oh yeah,
that was really nice. They did their hair and makeup.
Yeah, they did. They did at least their hair. I think. Like I remember, like Cindy Adams, like had really cool. Unless she did it herself,
with,
I
like,
don't
the
know.
Hooks.
Yeah, it was really pretty. Kopari, that looked really nice. Keaton was on that. I don't know. Did Revolve do a
they do like a hotel.
That looked nice. Like staying in a hotel. I don't know. Like, but then with the Coachella house, like they got to provide transportation because transportation to and from Coachella, like if you're with a brand or not, like is so important. Unless you have an Airbnb really close. Like last year for Stagecoach, we had a house really close. One of the nights we just walked back. I mean, it was a long walk, but we did it.
They're breaking out the big budgets for the Coachella and then the festival tickets.
Yeah, the festival tickets, it's crazy. And they just have like envelopes of wristbands. I'm like, you have so much money in your hand right now, handing out all these passes to everyone. It's really so cool. Okay, should we highlight? Oh wait, did you have any envy of like any of the houses or like one that you would have liked to be at?
I just think it would be really cool, like you said, to partner with like a brand and kind of do a gals coded type thing. Like I just feel like I think it would be fun to do for some festival. I don't know if it's Coachella or something. I mean, you're a stagecoach. I could see Danielle Carolan Stagecoach. I feel like that's now loading.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of girlies do stuff with this one brand. I'm like, why didn't I get that one? Like, I'm so jealous.
I know, you think about it. It makes you think, like, did I come across their desk and they declined? Or
yeah, it's not even about the money. It's really like, wait, I'm so on brand with this. But you can't take offense. Like
I think about that all with some opportunities. I'm like, did I even?
Or there's even times, I'm sure you could agree with this, where like I've gotten something that's so more on brand for Brooke, vice versa.
Of course.
And it's like, wait, I'm so confused.
Totally.
It's like, wait, Danielle has talked about that product, but I've talked about it more. And it's not anything. It's just like, oh, interesting. That's how brands, we're just being so candid right now. So don't call us princesses. We're just being candid about our job. Like what's so crazy about our job and so cool, it's like, there's no security. Like it's literally like, we'll see what we get this month, you know?
Oh,
opportunity-wise.
Things that come.
So you start to compare yourself for sure.
Well, it's also direct comparison, I think, compared to people who work in corporate, or I don't want to say corporate, but you see everything. I actually just saw Audrey Trillinger do a post like, when you audition for something and you found out you didn't get it from a Deadline article. It's kind of similar for theater people.
Same thing.
You don't hear sorry, you didn't get it. Like
no. You just see it, saw someone
go
else
to someone else, and because it's kind of like showbiz in that way.
It's showbiz, baby, and you just keep trekking forward and you keep doing your thing and you enjoy it. It's so funny. I feel like everyone's like, I'm not going to Coachella, and then so many people are at Coachella.
Yeah,
but I'm excited for Stagecoach. As you guys are watching this, I'm loading for Stagecoach, and I'm so excited. So
yeah, that is really exciting. And you got some fits going and everything.
Some fits. I have too many fits, but it's okay because the weekend after I'm going to Jackson Hole, which is the same kind of attire vibe. So I think it'll play.
You're in your Western era.
I'm in my Western era. I bought a bolo tie. Like
what's that?
You would know it. It's like 2 leather straps connected by like a little emblem and it goes down.
Oh,
like
okay. I don't hate that.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Are you doing chaps?
No.
The chaps.
I don't have the
L.
body for chaps, but they're
yes,
cute.
you do. Please.
Okay, I don't feel good in chaps, but I think if done right, they're cute. Not the ass. Like if you're doing assless chaps, you gotta have like boy shorts on underneath. I think like
something to feel
something.
Yeah.
Like I'm not. Like if I were to do it, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
But some people pull it off. I'm like, damn, you look sexy.
Yeah. I think it was in my best interest that I didn't go to Coachella this year, though, because everyone's running around and, like, the style this year was, like, bikinis. I mean, it always is, like, minimal clothing, but I feel like I was seeing, like, bikini with, like, jeans, and that...
Yeah, I couldn't get a hand on the style this year and last year of Coachella. Like, it's kind of like people are kind of going back into the old Coachella vibe.
Oh, yeah, with the trains on things and the lace and the
like, big belts and the... Like last year, I feel like so many people wore stagecoach vibe outfits to Coachella, and then this year people are like, okay. I mean, definitely there were some cowboy hats.
It's giving more Flower Crown now.
Yeah,
like, we're
they're
going
kind of
back to that.
Maybe it was the Lana
of the
it all.
true festival. Yes. Yeah.
But
this bitch raised you or something, right? That's what she said.
Should we talk about a few of our favorite trips to kind of end it off?
Sure. Yeah. Some of
our standouts, if you will.
Standout trips.
I love that word.
But every trip that we're invited on, we're very, very blessed and lucky. Like every time,
literally this whole list, I'm like, wow, that was
Christmas
cool. That was
morning.
Cool.
Every time we get that email, I feel so lucky.
Morning. So blessed.
Yeah, I truly do feel that way. I'm like, wow, I cannot believe that they picked me to go on this thing
every single time on the flight, and you're like, oh my god, I'm just like going on this trip.
Yeah, I'm like business trip, cosplay.
No,
I feel like I'm like what's that called when you are not in the right place? When you feel like
imposter syndrome.
Yes. Yeah. Imposter syndrome. It's getting a little bit better, but I kind of feel that.
Definitely. One of my standouts was I went to Germany with Sephora collection. I will never forget it. That was the first time I got to fly Delta One. We had my whole like pod. That's started the addiction. No, I'm kidding. I've only flown Delta One like twice. But that was seriously so well done. That was when I was a part of Troop SC, which was so cute. I was with like Ellie Thuman. It was just a really well done trip. Same thing, like really nice products in the room that were helpful for the trip and organized.
The Troop
SC. What about you?
Lexus. I went glamping with Lexus. I got to bring Mariah. So we love that I got to bring a plus one.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so that was really cool. And I got to drive around a Lexus. And it was very open-ended, which I liked. It was like same vibe. Like, you know, we all meet for dinner. But like you could do kind of like whatever you want during the day. I just felt like I feel like that it was
Cape Cod,
well
right?
done. Yeah, it was Cape Cod. I mean, it's not even that like the Cape was. I mean, the Cape was great. It was. I think was it late in the season? I forget if it was late or early in the season. The timing of it, but it was more so just I appreciated how much free time we had.
Yeah,
they gave us ideas. You know,
it was
like
love that
ideas for like where you could go in your Lexus. You know, the car itself was so nice. So I feel like that was like just like a really cool thing to do, and. We stayed like I'm not like an Airstream girly typically, but this was nice though. It was like elevated.
Nice.
Well, Airstreams are elevated, but it was really cool.
I'm glad. Obviously Skin Fix. I've talked about them 1,000 times. I always talk about this trip, the Revolve trip to Mexico. Quimola, iconic. Elsa Hosk was there. Like I'll never forget just laying by the pool and she was there. I think that one was just so cool because of like how star-studded it was, and it was just beautiful. And they had the whole resort.
That's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, Danielle and I always talk about this trip we did with Essie to Rhode Island to Ocean House to this ritzy hotel.
One night, but like the best one night of our life.
Somehow they managed to do it all in that one night.
They arranged a car to pick us up. We drove into Rhode Island. That's when like Taylor's album Folklore came out. So we were listening to The Last Great American Dynasty and like literally we could see her house or whatever from the hotel.
Yeah, gorgeous room. Like it was big. It was really nice. And then I feel like they had manicure, pedicures. Like you could just kind of walk around, enjoy the property. The nicest dinner ever. Like just so.
We each had our own table.
Yeah, with
you and your plus one.
It was gorgeous. Really nice. Really. That was good products in the room. I remember.
Yeah, that was really nice. Yeah, there was like
good
beach bag. Yeah,
good.
And I will never forget. We were all a little chilly at dinner, and then all of a sudden they passed around shawls. And we were like, we are Coastal Grands.
Everything was so well planned.
No, it was so well planned. That was so nice. Just to say that we've been to Ocean House, like I'm realizing how iconic that was, which was really nice. I also wrote down Revlon Miami, which we kind of talked about. I also talked about Moroccan oil Miami, but we've talked about, like, that was a trip we recently went on, which I thought was really well done. To Miami trip. Any Miami trip, maybe. I just like.
That's your brand. That's Duncan Miami. Where you at? We're waiting for the invite.
I love it.
Rare Beauty, when we just recently went on a trip with them. That was
so well done.
Beautiful. Another beautiful hotel.
Was it Wildflower Farm or something? Auberge Resort?
It was Auberge. Wildflower's the one that I went to with my mom, the Connecticut one.
Oh. Some Auberge Resort. Yes. It was so lovely.
Stunning. Just
each had our own little cabin.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
A nice place to stay is really, really cool. Like, it makes you feel like, you're like, wow, this is so luxurious. Yeah. We got a massage with the body products. I like a mix also of like product education too. Like, I feel like if I'm going on this trip, like, it's so nice to have like the amazing experiences, but give me the lowdown of what's.
It makes you love the product even more when they tell you like the thought behind it, and you're like, oh, like they chose this because of this.
They had the chief marketing officer there, and she like made a point to come over to all of us and say hi. It was so cool.
Oh, and not to forget, it all started in New York where we got to meet Selena.
Oh, of course.
It's like you get to go to Phuket, which is a stunning hotel in Tribeca, meet Selena Gomez,
change into sweats
that they provided with us.
Hop on a bus. Go to your room that's beautifully, amazingly curated products, everything like the same color scheme.
Yeah.
They just think through every little thing. And the products were amazing, and that was really so cool.
That was so cool. I really enjoyed that. And that was one night. It was right before our live show, I remember. So we were like,
cozy staycation.
December live show. And the last one, we've been on so many amazing ones, but I went to Palm Beach with Lily Pulitzer, which was just so crazy because
so cool.
Brooke and I both grew up loving Lily Pulitzer, and this was a fun one because I think I don't know if I could probably say this now. I think I was paid also to go because we did a photo shoot as well, which was so cool. Hair and makeup done, and we stayed at the Breakers, which is an iconic resort in Palm Beach.
It's on my list.
And I got to bring my mom, which was so special. Yes. I haven't brought my mom on one in a while. I'm due.
Well, we don't.
But I don't. My mom thinks I'm lying. I was like, Mom, I really don't get invited to bring in +1. I'm like, Mom, you got to make an Instagram, and then I can get you. Like, but
you're like, Mom, are you free 2 days before? Because typically that's when
they just gave me notice. We clearly have
someone dropped
shoulders.
out.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a really iconic one. Like, we should like pull some photos from some of these or something.
Yeah,
and post it on the story.
That would be fun. Where did the photos for that go? Because I feel like I remember seeing some on your Instagram and stuff.
They posted it. It was for some campaign. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, and then you get a photo shoot. It was for I think it was for the new spring collection because it was in spring. And it was like, it was like a whole shoot.
That's
like,
so cool.
It was a shoot. And it was.
Were the other people influencers or models?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Thank God. Yeah, those other influencers, and got to wear Lily Pulitzer. It was like, there was a pool shoot. There was a bike shoot. Mm-hmm. Like, it was, but then we got to do fun stuff too. It was, and like Lily Pulitzer, like, that's so iconic.
Oh,
in Palm Beach. Like, it was crazy.
Amazing.
Crazy. So that was really fun. I was really grateful for that.
Yeah. That reminded me of when we did our shoot Red Robin, and like how they thought that we're like, we're not models.
Oh,
like,
yeah. We showed up to set there like, okay, these are models. We're like,
no, we don't know what we're doing actually. No. So it's nice when
like, treat us like normal people, please, because
like talking you through it.
Yeah, because I feel like when they think you're a model, they don't even talk to you because they're like, they just know what they're doing. It's like, no, we actually need reassurance. Like, do I look okay?
Am I okay?
Am I okay?
Wow, that's great. Yeah, it's a really, really crazy world, crazy job. Explaining this to a colonial woman, put her into a coma for sure. For sure. But this is, I do believe that this is new age advertising.
And I think it's great. Even when our friends go on trips, I'm like, oh, that brand, I need to go back on their websites, look at their new arrivals. Like,
yeah. I've seen some feedback from consumers who are, and maybe, we're in it, so maybe we feel a little differently, but I have seen some feedback from consumers that they're like, this made me have, a bad taste in my mouth from the brand or something. Because like, they might feel like it's, it's like a lot, like to see like a luxurious trip or something.
I can see both sides for sure. So
yeah, I definitely see both sides. I think there's a way to do it.
Yeah,
that is tasteful. That is, productive. A good spend of ad budget, and but I think that this is the way the world is moving towards.
Yeah.
I mean, we know it's moving towards influencer. Marketing.
It's there. I don't even know if it's there.
Yeah,
I mean, not completely, I guess, but. Brand Trips 101, baby.
Yeah, I think we're just seeing more of like the really, really mainstream brands like opting to do this.
Yeah, rather than like a Super Bowl commercial.
Yes.
I know what you mean. That's a good point.
Like a McDonald's would do Like,
Right.
you know, they would do a brand trip.
Or ExxonMobil.
Of course.
That was the best prank ever. Well, we really hope you guys enjoyed this topic. If there's any other niche topics like this that you want us to get into, I know I really enjoyed talking about kind of behind the scenes and pulling back the curtain, if you will.
Oh,
and,
yeah. More info.
Yeah, so let us know.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening. We're so thankful for you guys. Maybe we should do a brand trip with them. We should do some sort of like
that would be so cool. A subscriber brand trip.
Get to come. Yeah, we need to find a brand to partner with. Duncan,
I think it's Duncan at this point. At this point, mind you.
I know, that would be great.
We love you guys so much. Go follow us at Gals on the Go Podcast on Instagram, at Brooke Michio, at Danielle Carolyn. We both post YouTube videos. We both post on Instagram, TikTok. We're everywhere. So
yeah,
come hang out with us.
See you next week. Bye,
love you guys.